Well, in sports tonight, we're about a quarter of the way through college football season, and one team to keep an eye on are the Northwestern State University Demons. KSLA's Andrew Wellman has been on the sidelines and tells us more about the Demons' 2025 season.
Well, it was a tough 3-week swing. I don't think anybody in the country really had a schedule like that. You know, we're one of 3 FCS schools in the country to play 2 Power Fours this year, and we had ours with another road trip after it. So that's a tough swing that really tests you, you know, and you have to find out kind of what you're made of when you have those road swings like that for 3 weeks. A lot of lessons have been learned in the first 4 games, and hopefully, you know, those will carry over throughout the rest of the season.
NSU's football program has struggled for the past couple of years, but the Demons opened their 2025 season with their first win in nearly 3 years with a 20-10 win over Alcorn State. But since their home opener, the Demons have been on the road for more than a month, including back-to-back games against Power 4 schools in Minnesota and Cincinnati. Although the Demons suffered 2 tough losses, Coach McCorkle is still hopeful.
Well, I think you just learn how to overcome adversity. You know, you learn how to handle adversity because adversity will come later in the year at some point. It teaches our guys to show up and fight every time. You know, they have to show up and compete.
At this moment, the Demons are currently 1-3 on the season so far after dropping a tough one against Prairie View in their final game of the road trip. NSU has one of the youngest teams in the nation, with freshmen starting at multiple key positions across the field, such as left guard, tight end, receivers, and right tackle. So far, Coach McCorkle is pleased with the growth of his team in these past few weeks.
Well, you watch them when they're that young, you really do watch them grow every single day, you know, and that's a good thing, and that's what you want. We talk all the time about constant continual improvement, and that's something they bought into, and they all know, you know, what they have to work on, what they have to do to get better, and you know, it's been fun to watch them grow. That's why you coach, is to take them somewhere that they can't go by themselves.
And one young player who's been extremely impressive for the Demons is freshman quarterback Abram Johnston.
But Abram's doing a good job, and it's been neat, you know, the first 4 games to watch him, you know, grow and mature. And I think he's got a great learning curve. He's really, really smart. You know, I don't know if he's ever made a B in his life. So he adapts and he adjusts to things really, really well. And I'm excited about what he's done with the other young guys around him. And, you know, I was talking to him the other day and just kind of pointing out that the majority of our offense will still be together in 2028, you know, that's played on the field right now. And that's a big deal. So I think that can give him a lot of confidence if we can keep these guys together and growing and progressing, that we've got some really, really good days ahead of us. And hopefully one of those will be this Saturday night.
After a month on the road, Northwestern State will be back home at Turpin Stadium for their homecoming game against East Texas A&M Saturday night. Coach McCorkle knows the fans are going to be bringing the energy to Saturday night's game.
We've got a great fan base here, there's no doubt. And our community and our students really support us well. And we will be excited to be back in front of them. And it gives you a little bit of juice. You know, hopefully you're a little bit more rested. You know, you're not on the road 3 weeks in a row, so your bodies are fresher. And, you know, there's kind of no place like home, as they say. So we'll be excited to be back in front of our home crowd. It should be a really, really good football game. I think they do a great job. I think we're improved. So we'll be excited to start conference play right here at home under the lights.
In Natchitoches, Andrew Wellman, KSLA News 12 Sports.